Hello Internet, welcome to my channel, A Minor Error. My name's Rob, and in today's video we're going to take an in-depth look at a Schecter Guitar Research Keith Merrow KM-6 Mark III standard guitar. But first, before I get into this video, if you decide you like it and you'd like to help support me directly, I provided some affiliate links down below in the description. If you choose to use those, that will help support my channel directly financially and make me able to continue to keep on making videos like this one. My affiliate links are to products that I use and believe in and think that you'll really like as well. As always, chapters are down below to help you skip around in the video and get to exactly what you might be interested in. The flow of this video is going to go a piece of music that I recorded exclusively on this guitar. Then we're going to talk about its features, the good, the bad, and then my kind of final thoughts on the guitar. So let's take a listen and hear what this guitar sounds like. Okay, so that was my track that I recorded on this guitar. The eagle-eye viewer of you might have noticed the Doom theme. And yes, the song is actually a cover off of the original Doom video game. The track is called Untitled. And this song is part of my Doom Volume 1 cover EP that I recently released. If you're interested in checking out the whole EP, links and everything are down below in the description, as it is currently streaming on all major platforms. It's also available for purchase off my Bandcamp, as well as tabs of all of the songs for all of the guitar parts available for sale on my Bandcamp. Again, link in the description down below. For the signal chain, I took the time to gorgomyte the fretboard and polish the frets, as well as restringing it with my favorite set of Stringjoy strings. So the guitar has been thoroughly prepped to get you the best possible representation of what this instrument sounds like. I then used a string source cable going directly into a Mo2 M2 interface, and as always, I'm using neural DSP plugins here, with my own custom mixing. I did also mix and master the track as well. For the features of this guitar, the price starts at basically $1,220 brand new. You can find them for substantially less, basically half, if you search around used. I found them for around $650 to $800 used, depending on the condition that the guitar happens to be in. This guitar features a swamp ash body with a poplar burl top. It is a bolt-on construction and has a string-through design with Schecter's own bridge. It has a roasted maple 5-piece maple neck with carbon fiber reinforcement rods and an ebony fingerboard. It also has aluminum circle inlays that flip in the upper part of the neck. The neck also is a 12-inch to 16-inch compound radius, and it has an Ernie Ball compensated nut at the top. It also has 24 nickel frets. For the pickups, we have 2 Schecter Diamond KM humbucker pickups that are wired up to a 3-way switch and just a single volume knob. There is no tone knob on this guitar. It does also have a 2-way coil tap switch as well. So despite having a 3-way switch, you are able to get at some of those, more spanky Strat-like tones. And last, for your $1,200 new, you don't even get a case. On to the good. The main positive of this guitar, as always, for all Schecters that I've tested, is that the build quality is excellent. The fit and finish is fantastic, and there's basically no cosmetic issues to report whatsoever. The fretwork is also pretty good. It does have a little bit of fret sprout, but it is winter here in Pennsylvania, and I think the lack of humidity has something to do with that. I also really love the overall look of the instrument. I think that it's modern and aggressive. It's really sleek. The thing just looks badass. I really like the headstock design, and the bolt-on plate on the back of the body is actually countersunk into the body, which makes the bolt-on part perfectly smooth and flush with the body. It's a nice attention to detail that I guess is represented in that $1,200 new price point, but if you're getting this guitar used for around $600 or $700, it's fantastic. I like the design of the fret markers and that they flip in the upper part of the neck. This is something that I feel like I first saw on like a Strandberg or a Kiesel, and other brands have been taking note, and it just, makes locating those frets in the upper part a little bit easier. They are a little tricky to see though in low light, so that is something to kind of keep in mind. The quality of the hardware on this guitar is well made as well. The bridge is very nice. The tuners are very sturdy and they operate very smoothly. Absolutely no issues with any of the hardware. I really love the neck profile on this guitar and also love the finish of it. It's very fast and smooth. It's not overly thin, which is something that I really like. So it's not just like a shred machine with this like paper thin neck. It has a little bit of meat to the neck, which is really nice in my opinion. It's not overly thick, obviously. It is still a thinner profile. Compound radius is great. Overall, I find that the neck is really nice to play on. Obviously, this instrument is designed for like a shreddy metal rhythm guitar player primarily. That explains why there is no tone knob. Also explains the 3-way switch and controls. Chances are you're going to be spending most of your time on the bridge pickup with this instrument, and they've got all of those controls basically set up with that in mind. This guitar is the 3rd and 4th Schecter that I featured on my channel, and as always, I've been extremely impressed by the quality of them. I'll do the little links and everything so you can check those out. This is actually the second more budget Keith Merrow signature model guitar that I've taken a look at. I did a KM-7 Mark II a couple years back. I'll do the little link thing if you're interested in checking that out. I think between the two of them, I might have actually liked the Mark II design a little bit more over the Mark III, but they were both fantastic instruments, and I'd highly recommend checking out the KM-7 Mark II, especially on the used market. You're getting a really fantastic instrument, super marked down. So now that I'm about halfway through this video, it's a good time for me to plug what I do. So first, I'm an original progressive metal guitar player. I write and release my own music here on my channel. I also do thorough guitar reviews like this one, other product reviews, and some music theory and guitar lessons on my channel. I also do give Zoom lessons. I give guitar lessons, music theory lessons, ear training, and music production lessons on Zoom. So if you're interested in a lesson, contact info down below. On to the bad. Really, the big negative of this guitar would be that price new. In my opinion, $1,200 is a little bit too high. I think $1,050 would have been a better price point. It is a very well-made instrument, so I do understand why the price is what it is, but at that price point, you're getting awfully close to like Kiesel territory or Ibanez Prestige kind of money, and I think, you know, saving up and going with one of those instruments instead would make more sense. Now, obviously, being that the used prices on these guitars are as low as they are, yeah, $600, $700, $800, man, that makes a ton of sense. You're gonna get a really well-made instrument for that money, especially if you can find one in good condition used. The next negative is the design of the output jack. It sticks straight out the back of the guitar, not slightly out the bottom, so if you like to sit in a classical position, it's basically impossible. Also, the jack has kind of like a cup design, and I'm not sure if right angle jacks would get in there easily. The biggest negative that I think you'll run into the guitar, even if you can get one used, is I'm not a big fan of the pickups in general, especially the bridge pickup. I found the pickup to be thin and just lacking in tone, and I don't think that's a representation of the quality of the woods that are on the guitar. I think it's more the quality of the pickup itself. I think the quality of the instrument overall definitely would make sense. Again, if you could pick up a used one to go with a pickup upgrade, I think the budget would definitely be there, getting the mark down. At that $1,200 price point though, you know, I think that's a little too much, but I think the bridge pickup is the weakest link here. The neck is pretty good. There's nothing wrong with the neck. I think that just what a bridge pickup is supposed to do, you know, it's supposed to be brighter sounding, and if it doesn't have higher quality components in it, you're just gonna get something that's shrill and thin and lacking in overtones. I think an upgrade here would make a ton of sense. And the last thing that I didn't like is just the style of tuner keys that they put on the top of it. If you look at the high-end Keith Merrow models, there are these really cool kind of like almost military looking knurled tuning knobs, and these are kind of like big kind of Grover Les Paul looking tuners that I think are just kind of out of place. It's a small thing and it's just my own opinion. I think they look a little stupid because the whole guitar is this like really sharp angled instrument, and then you've got these sort of like real round tuners. I think once you see it, you can't unsee it, and I think something a little bit more sleek and modern would have been cooler. Again, it's a small kind of stupid thing to even point out because the tuners operate great, they're smooth and reliable, and they're great quality tuners. I just don't like the look. Alright, and the verdict, should you consider buying this guitar? I think definitely yes, especially on the used market. I even was able to find a couple other models brand new that were already marked down to around $850. That price point, it's a no-brainer. It's a fantastic instrument for that money. Especially if you're a beginner, starting to grow on the instrument, you'd like to upgrade beyond your beginner instrument. Yes, this guitar makes a ton of sense. Definitely take a look at it. If you can get one cheap enough too, I'd recommend just planning to replace both the pickups right off the bat, going with a great passive set, maybe something from bare knuckle would make a ton of sense, especially because you're probably in a more aggressive metal vein if you're looking at this instrument. I think you could even potentially record with this instrument with that pickup upgrade. You might get pretty good results on a budget, might be something to consider. As far as gigging, this guitar definitely is a great instrument. You're gonna have no issues on reliability whatsoever. You're gonna get a nice sound for live. Even with the stock pickups will be fine. With extra tweaking of your amp, probably be able to dial in the tone correct for that thinner sounding bridge pickup and good results. So thank you for watching this video. Hopefully you gained some insight about whether you want to consider purchasing it. Leave a comment down below. You know, I'd love to know your thoughts on how you think this guitar sounded and performed. Always love talking gear with everybody. If you'd like to see my other Schecter guitar reviews, stop on by my channel. I have everything organized in a playlist. Or if you'd like to see my other reviews in general, everything's right there.